Happy Monday. You know, this thing that we use to govern ourselves, this democracy thing, gets pretty messy sometimes. Actually, sometimes it gets downright ugly. I'm talking more in terms of the process of getting projects approved today. As you know, there's a project going on right now that has been appealed by a couple of folks, and it's stopping the construction of something that a lot of people think is going to be good for Belmont Shore and the city as a whole. Well, you know, it's their right to appeal those things, just like it was people's rights to appeal the Second and PCH project, the Home Depot project. Just how many projects can you think of that have been delayed or killed by 2 or 3 people arguing that that isn't the right thing to do? That's called democracy. And listen, I hate to say it, but we have to accept that if we're going to keep things going in a fair way in this city, in this country. But, and here's the big but, I also think that it's not right that 2 or 3 people can stop things just because they want to stop things. I think there needs to be some consequences for these actions. You know, our courts have something called a SLAP. And what that means is that these are frivolous lawsuits that people bring in hopes that somebody's going to settle and give them some money. Well, they can throw those lawsuits out if a judge says this is silly, and they can actually make people pay for the court fees. Now, right now it doesn't cost anything or cost very little to appeal a project in Long Beach or any other city in California for that matter. What would happen if they, being the appellants, would have to actually pay for something if their appeal was denied or proven to be frivolous? I don't understand, or I don't have the great answer of how that would work, but I do think it's something we ought to think about. I do think there ought to be consequences for your actions. So let's think about that and see if there might be a way. I certainly don't want to have anybody not get their opinion out, and I certainly don't want to stop someone from appealing to a higher court. But I do think there needs to be some consequences for actions. Let's see if we can't figure that out. Let's make something happen. Thanks.